Hi guys, today we're going to do a video on our autistic is really telepathic.
Ooh.
So let's get into it. So we are Trinity Oracles. We are 3 psychic sisters. It's me and Jasmine today. Candace is not here today. We have a Patreon. We have a
Enroll in the Oracle Card Readers Academy. If you like to learn how to read cards just like the Trinity Oracles sisters. And you talked about a Patreon? Did you say Patreon?
The Patreon is really juicy. We just did a video on fibroids, what's the spiritual meaning behind fibroids, why women get them. We also did one, what's the spiritual meaning behind twins. It was a very juicy video.
Mm-hmm.
And
telepathy.
Yes, and you can book your own personal reading. Everything in this is in the description box below. Yeah, we did a video on telepathy too.
Yeah, that's what I said. I just said it.
Oh, whoops. Okay.
You having a moment?
It's the weather.
Just one of them days.
It's the weather. Anyway, let's get started. So, our autistic kids really telepathic.
This has been something that's been discussed, for many years.
Yes. And I think someone from the CIA has been doing interviews talking about they used to do like experiments with telepathic kids, and they are saying that they are telepathic.
Wow.
In some capacity.
I get angels and masters. Yes, they are telepathic.
Got intuition cards.
They said autistic kids have been telepathic through the ages. So this is not something like they got this consciousness in the, in the 2000s or the 90s. They're like, no. They're like, since the beginning of time, autistic kids have had the gift of telepathy. Like, there was no awakening in them or conscious. You get what I'm trying to allude to? But there's no conscious awakening and then all of a sudden they got telepathy. No, they said this has been something that's been going on since the beginning of time.
It's never mind, I say that. But anyways, why are they telepathic? I got the same thing too. They said that Spirit said this. Archangel Michael came in very strong. He said the reason why some autistic kids are telepathic, the nonverbal ones, because it is, a survival of the fittest.
They adapted it. It's evolution.
Evolution, like they had to figure out a way to communicate, so they developed the strength of telepathy as their spiritual gifts.
Exactly.
It's a survival mechanism. It makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why they are telepathic.
Exactly.
Okay. So why can some parents communicate with their kids telepathically and some others cannot?
Oh, wow. And many of you guys are telepathic. You guys should enroll in our Patreon, join it. So you can watch our videos on telepathy and stuff like that. Okay? Spirit said they're simply psychic, but they don't know it. They have the gift. Spirit also said the souls also came in before they incarnated. They knew that they were going to have a child with autism. So they decided to, I need to have this gift. I need to have this gift. They also said, really? Okay. They said about 90% of parents who have children with autism in this day and age have had children with autism in many past lives. So the parents have also developed, they said the parents, unbeknownst to them, subconsciously developed that gift of telepathy and being able to pick up on. So they said it's on both sides. The kids with autism developed it evolution-wise, and the parents developed it also evolution-wise, so that they can pick up on their kids and help them with their communication and what they need and stuff like that.
The other question someone asked a great one. Why can't some parents with nonverbal autistic kids, why can they not telepathically connect with them?
Spirit told me they're simply not tuned in.
That's what I got too. I got the family card. The exact same thing you read in my mind.
Exactly.
It's telepathic.
If you guys are interested actually in a relationship compatibility forecast, you can find out what's happening month to month between you and your partner, you and your family, you and your siblings, co-workers, but also you can learn everything about them, their wants, their needs, their desires, their life paths, how you two work together, their challenges, your challenges, how you're trying to. I actually am working on these forecasts. So if you would like to book one, go to TrinityOracles.com and go scroll right on down to relationship compatibility forecast. It is about 40 to about 60 pages, depending on the numerology that I'm looking at for each person. So check that out. And if you'd like to see what's happening for you in 2025 or 2026, make sure you book those forecasts, because I'm going to stop selling those soon. But anyways, I'm going to stop doing those soon. But anyways, let's get back.
Yes. And since Spirit, I got the Hope card. Spirit said that for some parents who cannot speak to their autistic child telepathically, they said it's also a psychic block that they have. And they said that if they do get it removed, a lot of them actually can't develop that ability to communicate with their child. They said it's a big psychic block.
Wow. Wow. You know what's so funny? They said parents with kids with autism they keep saying find social media groups with families who actually say they can communicate telepathically with their kids. And they keep showing they may be able to guide you to maybe psychics who can help you release those psychic blocks. Some of them have techniques that can help you. And they say your mind will be blown. What is going on in your autistic child's mind and what they want to say?
Absolutely.
So they're like, go find them. Find them. They're like, go, go, go. Because they keep saying, if you find them, parents will be mind blown. Also, what they're seeing in the groups from the parents, what they're talking about with their kids. Like, they're like, oh my God, this is what you and your kid are talking about? Like, they're going to be shocked. And they said a lot of parents are going to be happy that they can actually finally have that communication or open up that communication with their child.
They said that they said a female in the future, I think it's a woman, she is developing a school to teach parents how to talk to their autistic children telepathically. And they said it's going to be a very, very popular school and it's going to go global, worldwide. Really? And they're even bringing up, they're not even going to just stop it at talking to children who are autistic. She's also going to teach you how to develop ways to talk to your animals telepathically as well as your newborn baby. They said that this woman that she knows what she's doing and she's doing it out of a pure heart and her intention is pure.
They also said she's a higher level being.
Yeah.
They say she's very high consciousness. She's not a being from another galaxy. Not like that. They say she's a very conscious human being.
And they said that's her soul's purpose. That's what she came here. Is like, I want to help these people with their kids and help people communicate better just in general.
They say she already has this idea. That's what they keep saying. She has this idea. You know what's so funny?
Girl, you go for it.
Okay. They also said with her, they keep bringing up her past life. They keep saying whatever her maybe most recent or two most recent past lives. They said she's had this idea, but it's like she couldn't make it. Like she couldn't create it.
Make it.
Yeah, and they keep saying they're like, but she didn't have the means, the financial means. But they also said she didn't have the know-how to do it. So they said this is not like just boom. They're like, this is like 3-4 lifetimes of just contemplation. Like, you know what? And working with her spirit guides, you know what? I want to do this. Like, so, you know, it's going to be a big deal, like you said. So it's going to be amazing.
Yes. The next question was, are the parents psychic or gifted too? You kind of already answered that already.
But you can't become psychic though.
Yes.
So.
What is the spiritual meaning behind autism?
Okay.
Let's see. Firm foundation. Spirit said that people who are autistic are actually very spiritually awakened naturally. They don't have to go through a spiritual awakening. They're actually born like that. They're born enlightened. And they said they're actually very, very highly sensitive to frequencies and vibrations. So they said, that's why they're autistic. So what's the spiritual meaning behind autistic?
Wow.
I can't talk right today, but yeah. Okay, so are there other gifts that these children have besides telepathy?
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
wow.
other spiritual gifts autistic people have.
You know what they said? In the past, before autism was widely known, they said a lot of highly accomplished composers were actually autistic. They show me someone on the piano. And they show like this rocking motion, someone on the piano like this, and they're like highly they keep showing pianists, and they keep showing their extreme focus. They keep saying a lot of composers and the pianists who just naturally did this, they say autistic. Savants. They keep saying savants.
I got third eye chakra. They said that other gifts they have, like you said, the savant thing, but people who are autistic, a lot, not all of them, are very in tune with their past life. They keep saying past life sensitivities.
Really?
So
Wow.
they bring their gifts, and that's why they're called quote unquote savants, because they're more connected to the spiritual world. They're very more connected to their past life. So that's when they come in, and they're like, I don't know why my son can sit there and play the piano for hours. Hyper focus. They said it's a lot of past life traits, but they're very connected to past life. I wouldn't be shocked. And they said also they have killer memories. They remember everything.
Not all though.
Not all of them. But yeah, they said also energy workers. They're great energy workers. They can feel vibrations and frequencies, so they're really good at doing energy work on people or reading people's bodies. So
yeah, they also brought up about, I don't know, because they keep showing there are some kids on the spectrum, not kids, but just there are some people who are on the spectrum. They say they're highly connected to their animal friends, and they keep showing them being able to communicate with them.
Yes.
So if they have dogs, cats, parrots, like they're just like communicating with them, like, oh, you're tired. The dog's like, yeah, I'm tired. Like, they show that. Like, so like pay attention, especially if you have. They keep saying pay attention, pay attention. Not all though. We want to let you guys know we're not talking about everybody that's on the spectrum, not because not everybody on the spectrum has, these gifts, Some don't, some do, but we're talking about just a portion that Spirit wants to talk about. We're just talking about some.
Well, they were talking about, the thing is, they were talking about non-verbal autistic people.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what that was like.
No, I'm just saying some of like the gifts, and I'm talking about like certain things like that, because I know people will be in the comments and my brother's autistic and he's not like this, and we're not talking about every autistic person on the spectrum.
Absolutely.
That's how I let that be known, because I know how people are.
Okay. So will there ever be a cure for autism?
Oh, yes.
Because I mentioned in the previous video, but yeah.
Yes, there is going to be a cure for autism. They said it's going to come in waves, in a sense. They said that there's going to be some medications that are going to cure or help manage autism, and it's only going to work for a certain portion of the spectrum, and then another wave comes. It's like an improvement, or other medicine companies get involved, or pharmaceutical companies, and then it helps a broader range of the spectrum, and then they show it's going to go even further out. Okay, so it's going to get to the point that it's not that there will not be a need for World Autism Day, but I think it may not be as widely celebrated because of the medicines that come out.
And they also said they're going to do Archive Mike said transformative therapy.
Mm-hmm. Well, that reminds me.
I don't know if that already out already.
Spirit said, you're saying right now they need it.
No, he said, Mike was saying, he said they're going to make, I guess they already have transformative therapy, I don't know. Mm-hmm. They said they're going to be making new waves of transformative therapy that's really, really going to help autistic people. Mm-hmm. They think they're going to do something with the changing, like, their brain, their mindset. It's going to do something. Mm-hmm. So, yeah. Yeah, but it's not going to be for everybody on the spectrum. It's only going to be for a subset. But, when she brought up therapy, it made me think. They also said that when this medicine comes out, they said that there's going to have to be, or there will be, some form of lifetime therapy for those who get this medication. And there's something about helping them reintegrate in society. But like I said, it's going to be a broad spectrum that is helped. So like right now, autism is at the forefront of, society, or in everybody's mind. They said it's going to become like more, it's always going to be there, but it's going to be kind of in the back. So we're going to hear less about autism as years progress because of these medications that are coming out. Okay? Because there are going to be people who actually cannot be helped. That makes sense though when they say they're making all these new therapies. So maybe it's the new medication with the new transformative therapy is going to combine and really help. But
they said thank you, Archangel Michael. Archangel Gabriel said those who have autism, like that are not able to get help with these medications that come in waves, they said don't worry. Eventually something is going to come along that will be able to help. So they said don't worry, you will not be forgotten. They said World Autism Day is still going to be important. It's just going to be not as widely celebrated because of these progressive cures. But you will not be forgotten. Autism will always be at the forefront of science until they can cure the entire autism spectrum. But also Spirit told me to tell you, those who have autism and they may have they're like a savant, or they have these, gifts, they're deemed as talented or gifted. They said, these medicines will not take away your gift.
Oh, that's
You're already locked in. It's part of who you are. It's part of, so don't be afraid, because they said there's going to be a lot of pushback from the autistic community. Oh my God, my kid will no longer be a math genius. Oh, they're going to be fear. They said mass scale fear. And then they said eventually people are going to start figuring out, there's going to be people that are like, oh, I have autism. And I've been a math genius, and I took this medication, and I'm still a math genius. I'm still a music savant. I'm still this. I'm still that. So they said their gifts will not be forgotten.
Wow.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. And they keep saying, people are going to say, people are like, oh, the government's trying to...
experiment.
Yeah. No. The government's trying... there's going to be people online saying oh my God, the government is trying to take away the gifts, or they're too awakened.
Like control
and the
people, mind
yeah,
control.
like, oh, they're too awakened. And they're like, don't believe the hype. You will see how it's all going to work out. They're like, they're not trying to take away their consciousness or make them less awake. They said, no. This is simply working on a part of the brain, they keep saying. Yep. Okay.
So that just was, is everyone autistic? And we got a yes for that. We actually did a Patreon video on
what did you just say?
Is everybody telepathic?
You didn't say that. You said is everybody autistic.
Oh, I probably did. I'm brain fog today. You know what? When I was writing the question, I almost put that. So I put telepathic. I actually crossed it out. But is everyone telepathic? And the answer is yes. And you can develop that. We did a video on our Patreon, so check that out.
Exactly.
I know I probably did say that. That's like crossed it out. My paper. That's so sad. This weather messed me up.
Okay. Anyways, enroll in the Oracle Card Readers Academy. Join our Patreon links in the description box below. Make sure you book your 2025-2026 forecast. Book your reading with the Trinity Oracles sisters. And look, if you want to get the lowdown and get into the nitty-gritty of relationships, go on and book yourself a relationship and compatibility forecast. See if you and the person you're talking to are compatible. All right? Anyways, all the description box in the links below. All those links in the description box below, huh?
Or you can get a reading on that if you and the person are compatible.
Oh, that's true.
Or you're wasting your time.
Okay, yeah, book a reading about that too. But anyways, it's a pleasure, y'all. Peace.
Bye.